first video on 13th of February 2023. After a long wait of 2 years, I had finally posted it. Ever since the idea of making a YouTube channel came into my head for the first time, all the way back in October 2020, I have come a long way. In those 2 years, I had done as much of planning as possible, from binging videos about SEO and tutorials about content writing and video editing to now actually trying to implement them. I have learned a lot. In this video, I'll be sharing my entire experience as a micro YouTuber. Number 0. Practice makes perfect. All that time, I hadn't actually done any work. Agreed. I had scripted a lot of videos and watched other people's content to get inspiration about what I could make. That did not improve any of my hard skills exponentially. I still did not actually know how to edit a video or to make a thumbnail, which in my opinion is the most vital part about making a video. You can always re-strategize later, change the title tags and description, but you cannot re-edit a video that has been already poorly made and posted. If you're someone who wants to start a YouTube channel and are going to put all the work in by yourself, a one-person army, then in my opinion, you should be starting from how to edit videos in a good manner. If you're really sure that you want to put your time in it, learn about what goes into shooting a video. It does not matter if you have a DSLR or a low-end smartphone. There are online tutorials on everything for free. The video matters, the audio matters, the quality of the video matters, how you edit it matters, the pacing matters. All of this is really fundamentally essential. Start small. As you grow, keep upskilling yourself. Number 1. Quantity over quality. At least at the start. Your first video is going to be horrible. Your first vlog is going to be terrible. I'm not trying to discourage you. The key is to not get hung up on perfection. You've had the classic example of how a pottery class had 2 groups of students. One group was supposed to make only 1 pot till the end of the course, and the second was focused on making as many pots as possible. At the end, the best pot maker won, and surprisingly enough, the group with the most number of pots won. Why? Because they'd already gotten so much of practice doing the same thing over and over again, which is the most essential element of getting better at anything.
Go practice.
I binged watched 1,000 videos, saw editing tips and tricks videos galore, but actually never made anything. I was constantly afraid that my first video would be absolutely ridiculous. I tried everything to stop that from happening. The result? It was still horrible. The point is, the more hung up you get on perfection, the less perfect your videos are going to be. Keep uploading without listening to the outer world as much as possible, especially the devil on your shoulder. Number 2. Focus on consistency. I know I shouldn't be saying this. This is probably going to be my first video in a really long time. It is actually really easy to put YouTube at the back burner when you're just starting out with it. It is often something that you're not forced to do. Something that you're doing completely out of your own volition. Maybe as a hobby or a passion or a side income stream. There are going to be numerous tasks that will take your time away from making and posting videos. This keeps happening to me all the time. Last semester, I was in a college club and I was devoting a lot of time for the cultural fest. Academics will just soak up all your time and there's no end to exams in MIT. Yet, you just have to keep pushing through. It gets easier, I swear. The thing that used to take me 5 hours to edit earlier takes just 2. Practice is also the key to productivity. The more you edit, the more you create, you'll find time-saving hacks on your own. YouTube rewards consistency a lot. Their main motive is to keep people on their platform for longer. As a content creator, if you post high quality videos really consistently that people genuinely want to watch, YouTube is going to reward you for that and push your video out to more people who will further stumble across your channel and keep watching them. If you don't create content that frequently, YouTube is going to realize that you are not the cash cow that they want. So they're not going to promote it to that level. That is also one of the reasons why daily vlogs are so popular, even if their quality might be sometimes a little questionable. If you're working really hard and posting 1 video per month, chances are your efforts may be utilized better in 3 or 4 videos per month. Not everyone's first video is going to be a cinematic masterpiece unless you're already established in that career. So none of this advice is really valid. Just post more. Number 3, do not overthink. I had this really bad habit of over strategizing, over analyzing, and underperforming. I still do. I used to continuously script videos at a rapid pace but not follow through with them. I had originally dedicated myself to 2 videos per week, but when I actually started making them, I found out that it was very difficult to just stick with 1 per week. That is the bare minimum to being somewhat consistent, and every time exams came through, all of the consistency just flew out of the window, which is saying something because MIT has exams every week. I don't even think I've ever gone 2 weeks in a row without having some kind of assessment, lab or theory. Put more effort into shooting and editing videos, which is actually the hard part and will get you a long way through. Otherwise, your channel is going to be really static, like water in a pond. Focus on building some niches and establish a community for yourself. Number 4, not losing hope. Since YouTube doesn't have a high barrier for entry, almost anyone can start making videos with just a smartphone. But that not necessarily translate into immediate success, especially at the start. A mere 10% of all channels on YouTube are monetized, and less than 5% of them have more than 10,000 subscribers, which you could assume as the bare minimum to generate any form of meaningful employment from it, even as a side hustle. After that, it just becomes even more concentrated. Clearly a steep slope to conquer. I had a lot of motivation. I had planned so many videos, I had scripted so many things, and still I was feeling so demotivated in my early days. The subscriber count just refused to budge. I also wasn't posting consistently, maybe 1 video in 2 weeks. So that was guaranteed. 7 videos in 4 months in my 4th semester, and that had gotten me 55 subscribers. Half of them from my ever supportive friends who had subscribed from multiple accounts, viewed every video 10 times and enthusiastically commented on every single one of them. Then, when the semester ended, I had a plan, a masterstroke. I reviewed my own college. I knew that a new batch of students will be looking to get themselves enrolled in colleges at that time of the year, and who better to tell them about this college than a student of the university themselves. It was a major success, at least for me. It has gotten over 7,000 views at the time of recording this video, which is like 2000% of the average views that I get on every video. That video alone got me 50 subscribers in the first day and took my count to 100 total. Then, in the first 1 month of my 5th semester, I posted 7 videos, which was equal to what I had posted in the entire previous semester, and that got me 100 in itself. I capitalized on my strengths, provided information to freshman students, which is actually evergreen content if you realize. It will constantly show up on search every year when people are looking for reviews on the college. And since this is such a niche topic for videos, they'll get viewed even 5 years down the line, because first of all, nobody else is making videos on that, and second, that information is not getting old. It's college. College isn't updating itself. Number 5, don't be afraid of judgment. On one hand, talking to the camera might look ridiculously strange to one person, but on the other hand, that same person must love to watch YouTube. To be fair, everyone just loves scrolling on YouTube, watching reaction videos, educational videos, and mainly vlogs. It's just so fun to watch a curated version of somebody else's life nicely served up for you to enjoy. But it's equally stressful to make them. You're constantly wondering, why would someone even want to watch my videos? My classmates just probably make fun of me behind my back. And then you quit. And in the process, you prove them right. Don't let that happen. When you do something out of the ordinary, you will face some backlash. If you dedicated enough, you will succeed and you will stand out as the statistic that made it. That is it from a micro subscriber but maximum motivation YouTuber. Hopefully, you're someone from the future and my channel has blown up. Manifestation.